3, 2, 1.
Hey y'all, hey, let's get into this intuitive reading, this guided message for Jasmine, my Jazzy Life. Someone said yesterday, like, can we get an update? You guys are not playing in the comment section, so I am trying to keep up, okay? This reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. Sometimes the tea is hot and sometimes it's not. You have to watch the video to the end to determine for yourself, okay? So my Jazzy Life, Jasmine, what's going on? Thank you, Spirit. All right, so she's trying to get away from something. She could even trying to get away, like literally, but there's very little that she can do because the solar plexus is very small. This has to do with the water sign, or could just be very emotional for her at the time. But what's the rush? Waiting, inspired action only, relax and allow the flow. Now Spirit is also acknowledging that this trying to get away from this energy, trying to get away from this situation, trying to get away period, is also going to create some hypocrisy, some projection, some similarity, some blame, some chaos, a lot of communication, lots of back and forth. There's an energy of her being protected, because when I see black, it does show me protection. I just have this feeling like we're all protected, right? But it doesn't mean that you are short of, you know, what the universe will bring you. You still gonna get it, okay? You protected. It's like a car crash. You got your seatbelt on, right? That car is still gonna catch that though, right? Okay, ain't my business. But with the blue hair, it's communication, and so it's a lot of communication. It's a swirl of communication, and you're just not gonna get away from it. They're gonna keep coming. They're gonna keep saying what they want to say and doing what they need to do. What have you? In the middle of the deck, Spirit is saying, though, there's a situation, this relationship. I see pink is saying passion. You should have walked away from it. And so this has a lot to do with this as well. So let's not negate the fact that this is layered, has a lot to do with like communication and chaos and people saying things. But this is also in regards to this relationship. Okay, so you have a lot of things coming at you at once. And Spirit is acknowledging that you should have walked away from this relationship. You should have said, kiss my grits a long time ago. No, thank you. Walk away, refusal. Know your worth, self-respect, strength. And Spirit is going back to say that you felt like there was very little that you could have done with the solar plexus energy being so small. And why is that? Why is it that you feel like you couldn't have done anything to get out of that? That's the question. That's a shadow work that you have to ask yourself. Okay. All right. So my Jazzy Life, when it comes to Chris, what is your current relationship energy like? Okay. So he's looking at somebody else online, okay? So pay attention to that. There's something about him admiring another person online, or looking at somebody's picture online, or looking at an old photo of someone else online. He could even be looking at old photos of you, admiring you back in the day. But it's admiring an image of someone else, okay? Admiring image of something that once was, okay? Subconsciously, this makes you feel like an ice queen. This makes you feel cold as ice. You're not very open and very fluid. You're very stoic, and you're cold, okay? You're just cold. And Spirit is also acknowledging, like, you know what's happening in this relationship. You have this revelation, this dream, like this coming to you in a dream. You, even though it feels like, you know, this, it hasn't been said, or maybe it has been said, like you felt like this energy was coming. It does make you emotional. We see water sign, but you're facing your fears. You're dealing with anxiety. This is also makes you feel like this is a hidden enemy. There's a full moon here, so there could be pregnancy involved, or it could just be, you know, manifestation that something is coming to the light. What you do in the dark comes out into the light, okay? I say to the ancestors, I say to the universe. All right, my Jazzy Life. Current energy. Thank you. You know, when you say current energy and the car flips over, it's like, boom, got it. So you do get the alpha in reverse. Alpha in reverse. So you're coming off as the alpha in reverse. Aggressiveness, abusive, insecurity, invasion, anger, folding under pressure, controlling, gaslighting, selfishness, revengeful, beta, bully, abusive power, immaturity, and follower. Okay? And then someone was like, listen, Miss Neo, something about leaving the baby while you leave the house. I don't know. That ain't my business, okay? But what's going on with the baby? Are you leaving the baby at the house by himself? By herself? Are you leaving the baby by herself? When you leave, Spirit said, yep. Okay, not my business, okay? Let's keep going. My Jazzy Life, current energy. Again, this reading is alleged and for entertainment purposes. My Jazzy Life, current energy. So Spirit is acknowledging that you feel very naked right now. This just acknowledges that you feel very exposed. You feel very twisted and wounded up. We have water sign again. So it feels, I mean, emotional. Could be a water sign. But this feels almost like you're trying to what's coming up is beautiful nightmare. Okay. It's almost like you're giving this illusion that you're living in probably the worst time of your life, but you're making it you're trying to make it look very beautiful. This person is in a very deep set ocean. And it feels like the energy that's coming off is like you're learning a lot, but yet you're very twisted and wounded up. You see how the snake is wounding around this beautiful mermaid? Binding this beautiful mermaid, Mami Wata naked. Okay, so you are very exposed. You feel very naked at this time. All right, hide no more. The emotional nakedness you avoid is your superpower, not your shame. Okay, so yes, that's exactly how it is. And so they're saying, even though you feel exposed, don't hide from being exposed. Allow this to be your badge of honor, for lack of better words. Being emotionally naked means being vulnerable enough for the real you to shine through. Vulnerability is a strength, not a weakness. Practice being transparent. Start with the people closest to you. Say, I haven't been showing the whole me, but I am starting today. Have the courage to feel and express your feelings without people pleasing. Speak your truth, share your story, cultivate an appreciation for vulnerability in others. Become comfortable with feeling uncomfortable and making others uncomfortable. Declare, I have the courage to be vulnerable. And that starts with telling the truth, okay? Not my business. My Jazzy Life, current energy. Okay, there's distance between you and a person. You have time apart between someone that you love. Distance, okay? Subconsciously, and this is because somebody was closeted and secretive, and there was a fear of not being accepted. So somebody has a secret, and they were closeted, and so you guys have time apart because of this energy. Also, in the middle of the deck, the tradition, the marriage you are apart. Spirit just keeps saying it. This is because somebody couldn't meet the expectations. There's a black sheep. Someone was set in their ways and they were just inflexible. And so again, this is just highlighting your relationship with Chris, like it's not working, or it didn't work, it's no longer, and that's nobody's business. But to go back to the card, and what it said was to speak your truth. You're exposed, and don't hide away from being exposed. Call a spade a spade. Okay. Oh, boom. All right, so now we get the Wizard of Awareness, 3. Spirit said 3 is significant. All right, mindfulness is about to be observant. Mindfulness is about being observant and remaining neutral about what goes on in the world around you. This applies to the environment within you too. If you struggle inside yourself, stepping into an observer position gives you a new, powerful perspective that neutralizes any discomfort or overexcitement. You have the capacity to see things clearly now, unencumbered by opinion or desire. Wearing the world as a loose garment requires you to adopt a sense that nothing that happens to you is personal. People come and go. Experiences evolve from one state to another in a continual shifting and change, no matter how much you want things to stay the same. The Wizard of Awareness asks you to give up your need to define or limit what you're experiencing now. It's all good. Let it be and watch the miracle unfold without any direct influence from you. Take your hand off of it. It's not in your control. It's out of your control. Thank you, Spirit. My Jazzy Life current energy. Okay. Spirit said that you are focused on the 9 of Pentacles, wealth, financial independence, thriving business, freedom, high end, and self-sufficient, being a boss. But it's very interesting because you see how the money is being thrown up in the air, throwing it up in the air with the 9 of Pentacles, okay? Just throwing it up in the air. I do see that solar plexus in the back, and you feel like you can do what you need to do, but the money is loosely being thrown up in the air. And this is also your addiction. This is also your bad habit. This is also your poor decision is in the 9 of Pentacles, is in the money, okay? And it is also how you self-sabotage, okay? Sending you love and light. All right. Let's move on. What is her relationship like with Chris? Jasmine and Chris. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. Spirit is acknowledging that this is your toxic habit, your addiction, your self-sabotaging, your poor decision. That when it comes to Chris, you feel trapped, hopeless, defeated, mental illness. Look how this person is sitting in somber. There's water in the background, so this is very emotional for you. You don't know what to do. You're alone. A negative attitude and imprisonment. Spirit is also acknowledging with the Queen of Swords. You're trying to put your foot down. You're trying to say, I'm going to be strong. No nonsense. Like, this is it. I'm calling the shots, right? And Spirit is acknowledging that he's also saying the same damn thing. Like, who do you think you are? I'm calling the shots. So you guys are really butting heads in this energy. And he feels more ethical and powerful. And he might even create some legal matters for you. And Spirit said that there's going to be judgment here. There's going to be a moment of clarity. There's going to be a moment of an awakening. There's going to be a moment of forgiveness. But there has to be a decision made. There has to be balance. And so it's come down to that, okay, when it comes to you and Chris. All right. See how people are praying? They're like, what is we going to do? And it's going to be money, okay? It's coming down to money. It's coming down to this thriving business. It's coming down to how you going to deal with this money. I don't know why money is at the epicenter of y'all's relationship, but it is, which is quite interesting. Why are y'all so focused on money? Why wouldn't love be the overall factor? Not my business. Moving on. What's next for Myjazzylife? Somebody spent all the money. See how the girl was just throwing the money in the middle of the deck? Somebody just lost all the money. And the Magician. And so when I've read on you before, it says that you dibble and dabble in my business. But Spirit is saying what's next is that you're trying to tap into it again. Spellcaster, psychic powers, intellect, meticulous. You could even be tapping into some tarot card readers. Ashe to the ancestors, Ashe to the universe. Subconsciously, it's about your relationship. So you're trying to figure this out. So, Chris, be on the lookout because she's doing it. Okay, I'm just telling you, allegedly. All right, so romance, soulmates, compatibility, sexual connection, romance, passion, love. And she wants to know more about this and where it's gonna go and what's gonna happen in the middle of the deck. See, it's the praying again. Like, what's gonna happen? How do I bring this to a balance? How do I, problem solve, awakening? That self-reflection, taking accountability, but in the middle of the deck, that's what she wants more information about when it comes to her relationship with him. Forgiveness. Thank you, Spirit. All right, so this reading is a legend and for entertainment purposes. Now we sit back and let the universe do what the universe does.